Here's another inequality, linear inequality that you want to graph. So if you want to graph it, make sure you follow the model. Y equals mx plus b. Do you see a little inequality symbol facing this way? You have the negative 8, which is the b term on the right side. You have negative 4y, which is the y term on the left side. And the 7x, which is the x term on the left side. Well, guess what? My x term should be on the right, not on the left. So I'm going to move it over here, because it's supposed to have the x term first and then the b term. And every time you cross from one side of the equals or inequalities to the other, you have to change the sign. So in this case, a positive 7x becomes a negative 7x. And then the 8, let's move it right next to it. That's a negative 8. I notice that I have a negative y. So if you all recall that cambia el mundo, change the world, or multiply everything times negative 1, how does that affect an inequality? Well, first of all, it does change all the signs, right? So this becomes a positive 4y. But it also changes the inequality. So instead of facing the left, now it's facing the right, the mouth. And this other signs change. Okay? They just change to the opposite sign. Well, I still have that 4. So now I'm going to divide everything by 4. And that would keep my y as a positive 1y. Okay? So always, when you're dividing, always divide by the same sign. Well, on the right side, 7/4, I really cannot do anything to it. So I'm going to leave it at 7/4. The 8 divided by 4 actually becomes 2. So I'm pretty much ready to graph that. And of course, that would be my y-intercept. So I'm going to start here at 2. In this case, I'm going to put an open circle because if you notice, the inequality is just y is less than. So that means that you're going to have a broken line. You don't have the equal sign. So if you don't have the equal sign, it's a broken line. Also, the Pac-Man is facing the right side. So that means if you say that, that means it's going away from the y. So Pac-Man always wants more. So that means that the y must be less. So that's going to tell you to shade down. Okay, and then of course your slope is the number next to the x, so it'll be 7/4. Change of y is 7, so that means if it's a positive 7, the y numbers are positive, they go up. Change of x is positive, the x positive numbers go to the right. So from the 2, I'm going to go 7 up and 4 to the right. Now since I cannot go 7 up and 4 to the right, then I should be able to do the opposite, and it'll be the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. And also another thing to check, of course, since your slope is positive, then you should be able to go in a positive direction when you're doing this line. And also, then since we're shading down, don't forget to do the shading portion of it. Shade down, shade down, shade down, shade down. Okay? So any point that is on this section here, on that shaded section, is a solution. Not on the line, because the line is a broken line, but in the shaded region, yes, it's a solution.